They tell the story of Walmart like it was inevitable, like a straight line from a small-town store to the largest company on earth. But here's the part most people never hear. For years, Walmart looked like a bad idea, a cheap store in dying towns, a founder everyone underestimated, a business model that experts said could never scale. And more than once, Walmart stood one wrong decision away from collapsing under its own weight. This is not the story of a giant. This is the story of how a quiet, stubborn man learned to weaponize boredom, geography, and human behavior to quietly rewrite global capitalism. In 1962, America was changing fast. Shiny shopping malls were spreading through suburbs. Big cities were where growth was supposed to happen. Rural towns were being left behind. And in one of those overlooked places in Rogers, Arkansas, a 44-year-old man opened a store that looked unremarkable, even ugly. No fancy displays, no polished branding, just low prices, fluorescent lights, and aisles stacked with goods. The sign said Walmart. Almost no one noticed. Sam Walton had already failed once. That part is often skipped. Years earlier, he had run a successful Ben Franklin variety store. He worked harder than anyone, reinvested everything, and turned it into one of the most profitable stores in the region. And then he lost it overnight. The landlord saw the numbers and refused to renew the lease. Sam didn't just lose a building. He lost proof that effort alone guaranteed security. That moment burned something deep into him. He learned a lesson that would quietly guide every decision he made after. Never let someone else control your foundation. So he moved his family to Arkansas, a place most ambitious businessmen avoided. No big cities, no prestige, just small towns, farms, and people who watched every dollar they spent. This is where the idea formed. What if everyone else was chasing the wrong customer? What if the future wasn't in wealthy suburbs, but in forgotten towns where prices mattered more than image? It sounded backwards. That's why it worked. From the beginning, Walmart was built on obsession, not with products, not with branding, with price. Sam Walton didn't just want low prices. He wanted the lowest price anyone could offer every single day. Not discounts, not sales, permanently low. That meant sacrificing comfort, ego, and aesthetics. Stores were cheap to build. Offices were modest. Executives flew coach. Sam himself drove a pickup truck long after he became a billionaire. This wasn't humility for show, it was strategy. Every dollar saved internally was a weapon externally. But here's the contradiction. Low prices alone don't build an empire. Thousands of other stores tried the same thing and vanished. What made Walmart different was invisible. Logistics. While competitors focused on storefronts, Walmart focused on what happened behind the scenes. Warehouses, trucks, data, systems. Things customers never saw but always felt. Sam Walton understood something radical for his time. Information was power. Walmart began tracking sales obsessively. Long before data-driven became a buzzword, they knew what sold, where it sold, and how fast it moved. This allowed them to reorder faster, waste less, and pressure suppliers harder. Walmart didn't just negotiate prices, it dictated terms. And suppliers, even giant ones, had no choice. Because Walmart didn't just sell products, it controlled access to millions of customers. Still, the early years were fragile. Expansion was risky. Each new store stretched the system thinner. One miscalculation in supply could empty shelves. One spike in fuel prices could destroy margins. One recession could expose the weakness of low-profit, high-volume economics. Critics laughed. They said Walmart was building a house of cards on razor-thin margins. And for a while, they were right to worry. But Sam Walton had another rule. Never expand faster than you can control. Walmart didn't leap into big cities first. It surrounded them, store by store, town by town, filling rural America like ink spreading through paper. Each store supported the next. Distribution centers were placed with mathematical precision, keeping travel times short and costs low. By the time Walmart entered a major market, it was already unbeatable. And yet, there was a cost no spreadsheet could measure. Small businesses began to disappear. Family-owned stores that had existed for generations couldn't compete with Walmart's prices. Communities were divided. Some saw Walmart as a lifeline. Others saw it as a predator. Jobs were created, but wages were low. Prices dropped, but local economies changed forever. Walmart wasn't just selling cheaper goods, it was reshaping how America lived. Inside the company, pressure was constant. Managers were trained to squeeze inefficiencies until nothing was left. Employees were pushed to do more with less. Loyalty was rewarded, but expectations were brutal. This wasn't a warm corporate culture, it was a survival machine. Sam Walton believed competition never slept, so neither could Walmart. As the company grew, so did the risks. One scandal could trigger regulation, one supply chain failure could ripple across thousands of stores. One shift in consumer behavior could make the entire model obsolete. Walmart was massive, but not invincible. In fact, its size made it fragile in new ways, like a giant balancing on thin legs. And here's the irony. The man who built the ultimate scale-based empire never wanted to lose control. Sam Walton feared bureaucracy more than competitors. He worried that success would make Walmart slow, arrogant, and blind. He walked stores unannounced. He talked to cashiers. He listened more than he spoke, because he knew something most founders learn too late. The moment you stop listening, the decline begins. When Sam Walton died in 1992, Walmart was already a colossus. But the most dangerous phase was just beginning, because building an empire is one challenge. Keeping it alive without its creator is another entirely. The question wasn't whether Walmart could grow bigger. The question was whether it could survive its own success. This is the real lesson hidden inside Walmart's rise. Global dominance is not built on hype or inspiration. It is built on systems, discipline, and decisions repeated relentlessly over decades. If you want to understand how global brands actually think and build systems, I've broken all these principles into a practical guide. Link in the description. Subscribe for more stories about how companies really rise and what it costs to stay on top.